Hello and welcome back to the Bolton Fan TV podcast. We are back with a weekly occurrence. Again, a waffling one, as usual, with me and Aaron.
Randomness.
And let's start with Super League, as apparently it's still not dead, according to some people. Well, I think it is dead and it'll come back later on in the year instead of now. Because I think it's now time for the teams to be like, yep, we'll squash all this and carry on with the rest of the season. But it'll still be in the mind of the players and the coach. But I hope it just ends sooner rather than later. What do you think?
I mean, I'll be honest, lad. I don't think it's even remotely close to being dead, if I'm completely honest. Just because, as Perez has said, they've signed the contract. You can't just, basically say, oh, no, sorry, I changed my mind, bye. Contracts are a legal thing. This could go on for ages and ages. It could go on for years, realistically. But I definitely don't think it's dead. It's inevitable that it's going to come back up. Obviously, I don't think Barca have said anything yet about pulling out of it. I'm not sure if the Inter clubs have. I've not seen anything from it.
But apparently, Barca's apparently still in it. Juve's apparently still in it.
Juve, I think I did see something about Juve trying to pull out of it though.
Yeah, but I think they've been told to stay in for a bit longer.
Yeah.
And I think it's another Spanish club that's still in it, but I can't think who.
Real Madrid are going to stay in it because, that's actually an interesting thing as well, which we didn't talk about last time, is, we're only looking at it from the English point of view. So it's we know, even though we're not United fans, Liverpool fans, Man City fans, we know that they don't need any more money. Plain and simple, that's fact. They do not need any more money. Whereas Perez even said, which it's one of the very few things I agree with him on, it's a different story in Spain. Real Madrid have apparently been losing a lot of money. So then you can understand why this idea maybe came to fruition and almost happened, But yeah, we can only look at it from the Premier League side of it and the English club side of it, because obviously we live in England. We don't really know anything about Spanish football. So, but yeah, I think even maybe Juve, you can understand why they're in it. Barca, I don't really understand, if I'm completely honest. But again,
their team's falling apart. No offense to all Barca fans.
I'm not being funny, right?
If you've been listening.
Barca and Real, right, are not what they used to be. Real have fallen off since Ronaldo left. That's just, again, fact. You can argue all you want, but it's fact. Because, you might still be winning the title or whatever, but...
Don't think we're winning it this season, though.
But realistically, I'm pretty sure Real Madrid fans that have a brain would say that, they've not been the same since Ronaldo left. And, I mean, Barca... There's not really an excuse for them, if I'm honest, because they've not really lost.
Not been same since MSN, like Neymar, Messi, and Suarez.
I mean, yeah, true, but no, because even after that, they were all right. They were still, the top side in Spain. But then, to be honest, I think it's because Messi wants out. To be honest, I don't know if he still does, but he did, not so long ago. So. Who knows? Anyway, but I don't know how we've ended up talking about them anyway. But I don't think it's over at all, because as Perez has said, it's a contract. You can't just, click your fingers and get out of a contract. If you've signed it, you've signed it. And Perez has even said that them contracts are binding. It's it's almost like the contracts that Man City, Liverpool, or the top six have got with the Premier League. They can't just be like, oh, no, actually, you know what? We want to go try the Scottish League. They can't just do that.
Imagine.
I don't know why that Scottish League was the first one that popped into my head. I don't know.
Oh, that's the thing, actually. That's the thing. Since you've said Scottish League, apparently they're on about starting a whole English league, adding Scottish teams in it. you know, like say Premiership joining Premiership clubs like say Rangers and Celtic joining Premier League table with Championship and.
I thought they were talking about doing that with like, not like a league, but like more of a cup. So it was like the Carabao Cup or something. They were going to add.
Yeah, they were thinking about that. But apparently,
I wouldn't mind it because I do think the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup needs something to shake it up and get fans excited again.
They need a new fresh cup as well. That's what they need.
I think we've got too many cups now, if I'm completely honest. You know, we've got the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Papa John's Cup.
Yeah.
Like, there's too many. Like, we don't need three. Like, the FA Cup was prestigious back then because it was like the only cup you can get, you know, outside of the league. You know, that's the only trophy you could win, pretty much. And then all these new ones have come through.
Carabao Cup's gone from like Carling Cup to Carabao Cup, and what next?
Yeah, but I mean that's fine, like because they're not changing. Like you know, that still would have meant something at some point. Because it's like now you get like United fans saying that you know they're not really too bothered about the FA Cup. They'd rather have the Premier League, which is fair enough. I get that, but it's like at one point a lot of teams would take the FA Cup over the league, and now it's the FA Cup. It's like it's just another game.
Just saying, Leicester's beating Chelsea. Leicester's beating Chelsea in the final.
Damn. But I don't know what we were talking about then. Oh, yeah, the Rangers and thinking. But I mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't mind it because there's been rumours for years that something like this would happen. I think eventually it probably will, but I think that's only when.
I think it'd be good though.
I think it'd be entertaining. I'll be honest. I don't know if Celtic or Rangers could cope with English football, if I'm entirely honest. Because
I think Celtic will, because they have faced English opposition before.
But let's be honest, right? I mean, to be fair, yeah, Celtic. I mean, not right now, because right now they are a bit. But I mean, let's be honest. Scottish Premiership. It's not the most competitive league, is it? Realistically.
No.
Like, okay, I know the Premier League isn't, but I mean, we've said that before, Me and Tyler
League Two,
agree.
Competitive league of the season.
I mean, Championship League 1 and League 2 are all better than the Premier League, in my opinion. Just because it's so unpredictable. Like, look at Wycombe, for example. They're the prime example. They're in League 2, 3 seasons ago?
Yeah.
And now they're in Championship. Like, to have that climb in a space of 2 years, 2 seasons, mental. Hopefully, Bolton can do the same thing.
Also, Barnsley literally in League 1 last season had no manager at the start of the season. Only 6 months in. What were they? They're in playoffs already.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's what makes those leagues a lot more entertaining. Is the fact that you don't actually know what's going to happen, which is why people watch it. Why
underdog
people are so
teams
invested.
just coming in.
Yeah,
underdog team.
I mean. But yeah, I do think it'd be good. I just don't know if Celtic. Okay, maybe a Celtic team of the past, possibly. But Celtic right now, they're gonna get battered.
Celtic
I'm sorry.
I might be a bit.
Yeah, but I mean,
apart.
That's not even you being biased. Like, it's fact. Like, they've beaten Barcelona in the Champions League before. Like, they can hang with bigger clubs. It's just. I don't, obviously, like now, they've just lost the blooming league to Rangers, which stings a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But,
yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Because Rangers did apparently a good run in the Europa League, saying, we can hang with the big 6 in English Premiership. No, you cannot.
I'm not being funny.
Just because
Europa League.
Just because you won the Scottish Premiership for the first time in 10 years, and you did an all right run in the Europa League, doesn't think you can go, we can hang with the top 6 in the Premier League now. No, you can't. You'll get relegated.
I mean, realistically, right? There's 2 situations that I see Rangers going in next season, right? They'll either lose Gerrard, right? Because he'll get offered. Honestly, he could get offered the Liverpool job at this point. You never know. I
think he'll get offered first.
They'll either. I doubt he'll do that though. I think if he's going to take a Prem team, it would have to be Liverpool. Unless he
Yeah, but he has said
has links with Everton, but
he wants to try and start at a smaller.
Yeah, which he has done. I mean, Rangers, come on.
No, Premier League. Right?
Oh, but yeah, no. So I think either Gerrard will leave or get another job, and then they'll crumble, or they'll carry it on for a couple of seasons because Gerrard will stay, and then whenever he does leave, because let's be honest, he's not staying there forever, and once he leaves, again they're going to crumble. Like he's not going to last very long, realistically. By the way, if you haven't guessed already, me and Tyler do. I don't necessarily support Celtic, but I follow Celtic quite closely.
Well, so I'm a supporter.
Yeah, I mean, just as a bit of context into why we've just rambled about Rangers and Celtic. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. There is a transfer rumour, which we might as well start with them, should we? You have got it on your phone, haven't you?
Yeah. I'll be honest.
I can't remember who the player is, but I know he's a National League player.
I don't know. Like, regular listeners, you'll know I'm horrendous with knowing players outside of like the Premier League or any of the big leagues. I'm just useless. Unless they played for Bolton and then I get to know them and yeah. I'll be honest. Okay, never mind. I was going to say I don't know his first name, but then it's underneath. So I do know his first name. John Noble doesn't tell me where he's from. BWC Bible, lad, you've let me down here. I'm not going to lie to you. I need the facts. I don't know who he is. But yeah, he's in National League. That is the first room. Yeah, he's. I think that's what it just. I'm sure I just read that. But yeah, he's linked with us, or we're linked with him. That's pretty much all we can say about that right now, because one, the transfer window's not open, and two, we've not even finished the season yet. We've got much bigger things to be thinking about right now, but which we will get on to.
I was going to ask you, going into next season, if we get promoted, who would you like to see us sign? Hey, I don't like to push the gun, dear, but
Yeah, you do. What do you mean? You still think we're winning it? What do you mean?
Cheltenham's not even won the title yet.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they're already going up. Like, they're guaranteed that. Like,
yeah, they could lose the next two games. So could Cambridge, and we win the next two games.
Is that likely, though? I don't think it is. I don't think that's likely.
Harrogate and Barrow almost got wins against us.
Why is that a point? What?
Teams like that could shock.
Yeah, but like I just don't see it happening. Like
Harrogate's got Cambridge tomorrow, which I think Harrogate should win.
But yeah, no, it's more you want them to win.
Yeah, want them to win.
But yeah, I don't know where you were speaking. That go on, Karen. I don't.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you. Next season, what signings do you want us to have in the squad?
You're testing my knowledge of players here. I'll be honest. I'd obviously like to see a few extensions because obviously, a lot of our players aren't on necessarily long-term deals. Afolayan, I'd take to sign permanently. Doyle, I definitely want an extension. I don't know when his contract actually ends, but I don't think it was more than like a season long. I believe. I don't know. Sarcevic, definitely want to. And Sarcevic actually looks quite promising, to be honest, because he released a statement or like an open letter, whatever you want to call it, the other day, and basically said that the reason he signed for us was because he wanted to help us get back up the divisions, which to me sounds like he wants to be here for quite a long time, which I'm not complaining about. Sars, I'll take, honestly, sign a 5-year deal up front end, bro, and I'll be gassed. Santos as well is another one. That I'd want.
He's already signed a new 3-year one, though.
Fair point. So that's fine. Baptiste, I don't think has, right? You've got me questioning every player now. I don't know. Baptiste I'd take, providing he actually starts the season better. That's
I
the
think
only
I'd get
thing.
another centre back in just in case.
Well, yeah, which is why he's coming up again. I've let this go, I promise. But I do think that's one of the reasons we should have kept Taft, if I'm honest.
Yeah, should we? Do you not see him against Newport?
Listen, hey, nah, don't even, because look, all players have bad games. Okay, that's all that was. It is what it is. But yeah, in terms of players outside of Bolton, there's not a lot of players that I know of that could sign for us. So obviously Lafondra's bang out the question. I think he's just signed a 2-year deal with Sydney.
Yeah, with Sydney.
Even though I don't think I'm sure they said at some point they couldn't afford his wages, but you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, somehow miraculously.
No, but I mean Lafondra's killing it over there. Plus don't forget, Sydney have probably still done all right this season because, Australia. I think I was going to say it's not necessarily a competitive league. I don't watch Australian football, so I don't know what it's like.
Neither.
But
I think I've watched one game in mine.
Not even done that, Paul. So, but yeah, in terms of players outside of Bolton, not a lot of players that are springing to my head right now.
I think.
I don't really know anybody that's maybe coming out of contract or whatever. I don't know. I'll be honest. I mean, this may shock a few people. I actually wouldn't mind Connor Hall coming back, if I'm honest. Just seeing the season he's had at Chorley. Mental. The FA Cup run. I mean, I'll be honest, I think he could go down as a legend for Chorley. Just because, that's the best FA Cup run they've had for years, if ever. Yeah, I massively rate Connor Hall for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think he'll come back because I think I don't know. Connor Hall, he's one of those players he tried it with us. It didn't necessarily work, and then I think he's now found his maybe style of football. So I don't know. I think at some point he's going to end up at least back in League Two. Whether it's with Chorley or without Chorley, he's going to be there.
Yeah.
He's definitely developed a whole lot as well. We've actually haven't we still got a couple of players out on loan?
Yeah, we've got King Arms, which I would say to bring him back.
I've not really been keeping up with him, but
yeah, he plays for Bamber Bridge, and he's been killing it. I think they're in the Conference North, same as Chorley. He's been killing it, apparently.
I mean,
because there were talks of him coming back apart from Thomason, but Thomason, I have been getting a lot of stick on Instagram saying swap Thomason out. And I would like to say, don't put him at cam. I am saying it. Don't put him at cam, Thomason. He is more of a CDM. I think next season we do need a cam. Although we've got Sars, but is he more a CDM than a cam?
I think Sars is more of a centre mid. I don't think the thing is though with Sars, he's good at being a midfielder. Obviously he's got to be to have that as his job. But in terms of he's not necessarily a more defensive player or a more attacking player. He can do both within half a second of each other. He can switch like that. So, and obviously he's not the quickest guy, but I mean, he doesn't have to be because I'm not being funny. He's got Santos and Baptiste behind him. I mean, okay, people are getting through it, but I mean, let's be honest, it's not many people getting through. So, he doesn't necessarily have to be quick because Santos and Baptiste are going to be closing down that attacker straight away. So, but yeah, Sars, I'd say, is more of a centre mid, just, seeing how he plays. By the way, I think Thomason as well, okay, I understand why you may be getting some criticism, but he's a good player. Don't forget, he's still young. Yeah. He's still developing. Yeah. And, I think he will do well for Bolton. You know, just he already looks comfortable. You know, a lot of people may disagree with me on this, but to me, he looks comfortable in terms of like just being on the pitch. A lot of players that are that young will get on the pitch and get overwhelmed almost. I think he's doing all right, to be honest. I mean, look, we're sat third. We can't really be complaining. You know. But yeah, can't really think of anybody outside of, you know, Bolton to sign.
This
Declan
is where
John, by the way, as well.
Yeah, I'd sign Declan John permanently. I might get stick for this. Bring Zach Clough back. That's a cam I'd have. Zach Clough.
Your DMs are screwed, bro.
I don't care. He was a baller when he played for us.
You're not wrong.
Even though he's playing for one of our rivals, I still respect him.
Yeah, which, again, look, I think it was Everett Outers that kind of turned the back on Zach Clough. And there were a couple of people, you know, look, I get it to a certain extent. You know, okay, he's gone to Wigan. I mean, I was going to say, why is nobody giving Dodu the same thing? But, I mean,
yeah,
it's not quite the comparison, is it?
Two players I'd take back. It's Dodu and Clough at this point because they're absolutely killing it in League One.
I'm not saying that. I don't know if I'd have Dodu back. If I'm completely honest. I mean, actually, now, to be fair, I mean, Keith Hill played him out of position. Yeah. So,
and he did well.
I would like to see him back, actually. But, yeah.
He did hold it in that position.
He did all right, but you can tell he didn't necessarily want to be a winger, which is why, I mean, look, if we'd have been doing this podcast last season, you would have just heard me mourn at Keith Hill, like, why is he at left mid? He's not a winger. Why are you playing him as a winger? What's going on? But, yeah. In terms of Zach Clough, like I said, I understand why some people kind of got a bit annoyed, which that's fair enough. You know, it's a rival. I wouldn't say he's a club legend for us, but, you know, he's a very well-known player and he's very liked by a lot of the Bolton fan base. But I think we spoke about it on an episode at some point. And I think I said that, like, you know, at the end of the day, he's got to do what's best for him right now. And if that's a move to Wigan, it's a move to Wigan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I still have respect for him massively because, I mean, look, why was nobody giving him stick, you know, when he was at Nottingham Forest? Okay, not a big rival, but, you know, still played against us a few times. So, but I don't know. It's like we've said many a times. I'll be honest. You know, I've said this multiple times. I hate Bolton fans, but I love Bolton fans because on our day we'll be arguably one of the best fan bases in like League Two or whatever league we're in, and two, like, I do genuinely despise a lot of you, I'll be honest, because some of your opinions are very much like, oh, I'm right, I believe this, don't care about anybody else. It's like, well, no, that's not how it works, you know? I mean, in football, generally, there's not necessarily like an on the fence. You're either this side or this side. Like, you have to pick a side or else, you know, I don't know, you just have to. It's weird. But I still massively respect Zach Clough. I'd love to have him back at some point. Whether it will happen is another question.
Yeah.
Which I'll be honest, I doubt it will. But I still fully respect him. I'd take him back any day. Don't really understand why everybody kind of turned their back on him, but it is what it is. Because there was even people saying like, oh, like, you know, you're a disgrace, you're this, you're that, and it's like, leave it out. There's just no need. Like, at the end of the day, don't forget Zach Clough. Right, any footballer, in fact. At the end of the day, they've got to put food on the table for their kids, for their wife, for, you know, brothers, sisters, everyone. And, you know, like I said, if at the time, you know, the only option was to go to Wigan and earn maybe a bit more money, get played a bit more, of course he's going to take it. He's still quite young, so, of course he's going to want to be on the blooming pitch, like, as much as possible. He's going to want to be trying to play every game. But, yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on to the probably nail-biting end of the season.
Probably nail-biting? What do you mean, probably? It's not even Saturday and I'm already biting my nails. What do you mean?
Because Bolton have the chance to get promoted on Saturday against Exeter.
I'm bricking it, but I can't wait for it.
I'm going to put my score prediction out early and say 2-0.
I don't know.
2-0 win.
This might be the first time on a podcast I actually can't give a prediction. Because I just don't know. Like, I can sit here and be like, oh yeah, Bolton have been on this run of form and Exeter have been on this run of form. They've done this, we've done this. In my head, I don't know. Like, I can say all the facts and my head will still be like, no. Like, I just don't know. I mean, that's just it. I don't know. You're waiting for something else from me, but that's it. I don't.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, because Cheltenham have already been promoted, but have not won the title yet.
I've accepted that they've won it, but yeah.
You never know.
Look,
anything can happen.
It's possible, but it's a very small chance. Let's be honest. It's tiny. That I mean, who are their next two games?
Can't even tell you.
We'll never. I'll get it up now actually because that'll bug me.
I know Cambridge have got Harrogate tomorrow.
See, the only place I think will move up is probably to second. Because Cambridge have been shaky over the past couple of weeks, realistically. Who was I searching?
Cheltenham's got Newport on Saturday.
Cheltenham. Why is it showing me a Carlisle game? Cool.
Got Newport, which...
By the way, it is still super tight between us and Cambridge. Like, it's literally 1 point. So, even if they slip up...
2 points. Is it 3 points from Cheltenham or 2?
Well, they're on 79, we're on 76. So...
3.
But yeah, I mean, Cambridge, I think, are the ones that are most likely going to slip up. Whether that's only get a draw and then we win, or if they lose and we win, or even just get a point at that point. But then goal difference screw us a little bit. But okay, Cheltenham have got Newport, as I think you just said, and then they've got Harrogate. So
Harrogate do the double against Cambridge and Cheltenham.
I don't know, if I'm honest. I mean, even just thinking about Saturday is like, I don't know. Like, I'm literally picturing the scenarios, and it's like, when we win that game, or if we win that game, I'm not gonna get memed, but if we win that game, like, the scenes are going to be mental. Like. See, I get goosebumps when I say that, but then, it's almost like, in films and you've got, like, the angel and the devil. That's what's going on in my head right now, because it's like, the angel's like, oh, yeah, but, I mean, look, promotion, all the pyro goes off, all the fans outside the stadium and all this. And then the devil pops up and is just like, yeah, but what if you get battered 7-0? And then I'm like, oh, God, please, no. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we could get promoted because Morecambe can't catch us. Morecambe cannot catch us.
I mean, Tranmere can't. That's a given.
Tranmere can.
Never mind, they can. They ignore me.
They're on the same. They'll be on the same points as Morecambe, but if we lose,
look, as long as we win our next 2 games, it's calm. I mean, specifically Saturday, but
yeah.
Wait, but then even if we win on Saturday, and then Exeter's literally behind us, right?
No.
Who's 4th?
Morecambe,
that's the one. I knew it was a red badge. That's the only thing.
we've got a 4-point gap on them.
So yeah, we just literally need to win then. So then
if we win, and they'll lose.
But then we just have to win. Like, we cannot afford to draw a game or lose a game. If we do that, that could cost us promotion. Oh, see my head, bro. I can't. I can't.
I can see Newport beating Cheltenham because they'll want to cement their place in playoffs.
Yeah. And also, to be honest though,
that's the only result I can see happening.
We've still got to be cautious. Not to the point where it's like we were at the start of the season, but like, we have to obviously go in with the mindset of they're going to bring everything. They're going to make one last push. And, obviously, if they can beat us on Saturday, that pretty much guarantees that, when we're not getting automatic, we'll just go to playoffs. So they're going to bring absolutely everything. They're going to try and beat us, and then they'll throw everything into their last game. Like, I'm getting more and more nervous thinking about it, I'll be honest. Oh, Christ. I can't deal with this.
Hopefully, we do get promoted. Yeah, because I think Doyle will get one. See, I don't know if I'd go for a Doyle double.
I'm not even giving a prediction. I can't. My brain can't fathom a logical blooming scoreline.
I'm going to go Doyle and Isgrove again. If you got anything...
Look, like I said, my brain can't even. It's like I said, I could literally sit here and give you facts about, like, how, I don't know, let's say, we're playing Exeter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could sit here and be like, oh, Exeter, they've been, this in the past couple of games, they've been amazing, woo. And then I could be like, oh, yeah, Bolton are doing even better. Like, we're now third promotion. Come on, lads. And my brain is still going to be like, yeah, but what if you lose? Like, what if you bottle it? I mean, I said in the last podcast, I would not be surprised. I'd be fuming, obviously, and disappointed. But, I mean, I would not be surprised. Because, let's be honest, Bolton never do it the easy way. Ever, which is what scares me. And even Ian Everett has said, like, people keep telling him that it's the Bolton way to only win by like 1-0 when we should batter them 5-0, which is true. But Everett's even said, like, I don't want that to be the case anymore. Like, I agree with him. I obviously want to be battering teams 5-0.
He wants to
which
put
we
games
should
beyond
be.
doubt.
Even if it's 2-0, that's still, you've scored 2 goals, you're kind of fine. Whereas 1-0, it can literally come down to the 90th minute and then you concede and then you've got to draw.
If we get a goal in the first 10 minutes, that puts pressure on the other team to push us forward.
I'll be honest, I hate it when we score in the first 10 minutes because then I'm bricking it for the rest of the game. I mean, I will be anyway, but it's just because, with how many games we've actually won only by 1 goal, it concerns me because then you're on the edge of your seat and you're like, oh, at any second we could concede, and then it's scuffed.
Yeah, we was bricking the Morecambe game, but Ben Jackson goal won it for us.
I'll be honest, right? This is going to sound hella disrespectful, right? I looked at the tweet, like in the notification, and I was like, who's Ben Jackson? I'll be completely honest. No disrespect to him, but I'm just like, I just didn't recognise the name. I was like, who are you? What? But yeah, anyway.
It was a good goal from him though.
And honestly, I've never done this, right? I've never done this in however many years I've been supporting, but I mean pretty much all my life. But like, I've never not watched like the highlights of a game. But these past 2 weeks, we'll say, I just haven't watched any highlights. Just because I'm like, I know it's just going to get me annoyed at the fact that we haven't put the game beyond doubt. It's like, I don't like, now I'll just look at people's reactions on Twitter, and if it's good, I'll be like, right, calm. And then if people are like, oh, we should have scored about 17, then I'm like, okay, well, great. But,
yeah, Ian Everett shouted, shoot to Ben Jackson, and thank God he did.
Little assist from Everett.
Yeah.
Get him on the pitch, why not?
let him get a last minute winner.
By the way, as well, like, can we just talk about what the hell was the point in signing Jensen? I don't understand.
You know what? I was saying this to my mate yesterday. We'll get promotion and he'll play Jensen in the last game. Everett will play Jensen in the last game.
Oh, it's big for him. But I mean, look, it's fine if we guaranteed promotion. If there's still a possibility that if we lose that game, which there won't be, will there? But, you know, because realistically, we win Saturday, we're fine. Like,
Yeah,
even if Morecambe win, we're
they
fine.
can't catch us.
Because it's still a 4-point gap. So, but yeah, I mean, then it's calm. Because then, you know, even if we do get, like, if we turn up to Crawley and get battered 3-0, it is what it is because we're already going up.
Imagine starting Mark Wright.
Oh, jeez. No, I said imagine the scenes if we lose to Crawley because of a Mark Wright goal. Oh, my God. Has he even played? He's been brought on as a sub. But other than that,
He played against Leeds when they won.
Christ almighty, bro. I mean, look, fair play to him, but I'm not being funny. The only reason they've actually given him a professional contract is publicity. And it's not really worked. Because people were just like, oh my God, Mark Wright's footballer. Anyway. And then just moved on. So, I don't really know what the point was, if I'm honest. But I think he's getting to live his dream almost, isn't he? So,
yeah.
You know.
Is there anything else you want to add?
Yeah, lads, please don't brick it. For the love of God, do not scoff this game. Please. Doyle, you better bang absolutely every single chance you get.
Yeah.
I mean, Sars, if you have to, whack them from outside the box. I mean, you know, just pelt the goal and score at least 3 goals, please. For the love of God.
Yeah. So thank you all for listening and watching this podcast. If you're listening on Spotify, please give us a 5-star rating.
And Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, and also on Apple Podcasts. If you are watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and give us your score prediction for Saturday's game. And also follow us on Twitter. We have got a new...
I forgot about that. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, we're now on Twitter. Sorry, I completely interrupted. I just got really gassed for no reason. But yeah. At Bolton Fan TV, I believe is the app. If it's not, then whoops. But yeah, sorry, carry on.
And also follow us on Instagram. It is Bolton Fan TV on Instagram, isn't it?
BWFC Fan TV, because Bolton Fan TV was taken to by an account that's not posted in about 17 years. It's a bit ridiculous, but you know.
Yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed this podcast, and we will see you next week, and hopefully we are promoted. Good.
God, I hope so.